Alright, so here let's notice the shot clock, 19 seconds. It's a play for AB. We need to wait till the play is set before we go. Another thing is, Sonic, you should be setting the pick on the other side. So now AB goes, and Sonic, you're running in there too early. You see? Your defender goes in there, and it clogs it up for her. She probably could have had a better look if that paint was open. But because you went in there, and your defender went with you, look, he got a contest. So that's that play. So here on a fast break, I need to be picking the guy up on the right, and I jump for no reason. I could have used that time to run out and contest that. Here we got a full court. Alright, look. He's dribbling. He's not going anywhere. You could just stand in front of him, but you moved. He beats you. Sonic goes and help, and then you go after him. We're lucky that Sonic got the block here. A good team will make us pay for that. If he goes, you need to just pick up the guy who pops. You see later in this video, we do that multiple times. Alright, so here we got Sonic sending me a down pick, and he's going to cut to the basket. So if you would have stayed there and made that pass, that would have got through. But because you moved over to the left side, you ruined the angle for yourself, allowing AB's guy to help. Right there at that point, you could have just kicked out to AB for a three-pointer. Alright, so here you get the ball AB cuts. You need to give that to her right away, right now. She'll have that dunk. But we wait, and then we pass. It's too late by then. So here on the break, one person should get back and one person should pick up half court by 3-point line. But look, we got two people going back, and ball handler comes up, pulls the three, and boom, makes it. Here's another good example of defending the pick and roll or pick and pop. Look, he's dribbling. Man gets beat, right? Sonic is recognizing that Man's about to get beat, so he helps. But both of you again follow the ball. Man, you need to just stay out with the guy who pops. This is a zone. Stay in that zone. Chacho recognizes it. So look, he starts sliding over because he thinks that pass is gonna go there, and that's where he gets burnt and gets dotted. We cannot give those up, guys. Okay, so here's a good example of when we use L2 and the right stick too much, you put yourself in a bad animation. You could use it when you get them bodied up, but look, in this situation, you're just using it, and look, you slide to the right. But if you just use the left stick and meet them, and then use the L2 and right stick, you will have no problem. So then you get back to him, you're doing a good job, and this is where I mess up. I fall asleep, I'm watching what's going on, and then I get dotted. I get lucky he misses it. A good team would make that. That's what I'm saying. These teams are trash that we're playing. Alright, so here on offense, this is what we gotta recognize. Chacha, you have him beat. You could probably take one more dribble in and pull up a midi. But you go behind your back, allowing the defense to collapse. You could dot me at this point, noticing that the defense has crashed on you. But you go up, which, it's not bad. You drew a foul, but that would have been an easy three right there. Here, see again L2, I could tell when you're using L2 and right stick because I see the circle light up. But then again, both of you just run down to him. Look, this is the third time already, and he still scores. Like, you guys need to recognize that. Okay, so on this play, Chacha's gonna go to AB, and AB's gonna dribble it towards the basket. But she starts using turbo. If you weren't, you could just pull up for a midi right there easy. But you're using turbo, so you run straight to him. If you were patient and didn't use it, you either had the midi, or you could have taken one more dribble and kicked it to Sonic as he was cutting down for a dunk. Here's a good example of guarding the pick and roll, okay? You're good where you're standing, Sonic. You just stand there, move laterally, and make sure you're below the guy sitting in the pick, okay? If Chacha gets hit with that, then you could commit. But he's getting through, so you could still stand underneath him and body him so he doesn't get that roll. Because look, Chacha gets to him. No way he's going to pull that. But you step up and he gets the easy layup. Another thing on that is you held L2. That slows you down. Do not hold L2. Okay? Just use the left stick to move. You'll be fine with that. So this is the play I was telling you about. Look, use the pick. You could dribble towards the left elbow extended, and just go straight down the middle. But for some reason, you want to go behind your back again, running straight into the defender. Good play of a couple of things we do wrong, all combined in one play. We use L2 too much, so we get snaked right there. Man flies to the right while he goes to the left. That's fine. He tries to get back. Sonic picks up. Sonic, this is where you use right stick, okay, to defend. This is where you need to pick up the guy in the right hash. AB recognizes it, so she steps up. A good team would have dotted the corner there, and they still could dot the hash. And because Sonic's not using the right stick, the guy just pulls up for a 3. Here's where I need to work on my shot selection. I get the ball, 3 defenders are paying attention to me. I do not need to pull this. I could pump fake, kick it back to Cha-Cha, or give it to Sonic for that roll. Good example of when we hold the L2 and use right stick too much. You have him perfectly covered. No reason to reach when you're like 4 steps away from him. Just let him come to you, body him, bruiser him, and then get him. We got lucky that didn't take advantage of that. Here's a good example of when we use L2 and the right stick too much. It puts us in bad animations. Okay. So right, look at this. This is good D. Sonic's where he needs to be. You get over the pick. You could let go of L2 and right stick, get in front of him again, and stop him. But because you used L2 again, you get hit with that animation. And then when you try to recover, it's too late. So on this play, look. So here's a good example of playing our zones. Sonic picks up, man, your zone is up top. You got to stick with that man. Okay? Now you want to get back. Now AB starts sliding up because she thinks she needs to go there. She almost get dotted. She's going to jump here for no reason, which is fine because he might shoot it. And then she jumps again. Okay? A good team, that's a backdoor on a good team. These are the things we need to clean up. So here's an example of when we use L2 and right stick too much. You use it here. He beats you. And you reach for no, like, you can't get a steal if you reach there. And then this is where we need to work on communication. Sonic, you need to be letting AB know, I got it. So she doesn't start helping. Because look, he drives, she helps. She could have been dotted. We're lucky that didn't happen. So here's a good example of why we need to be disciplined and have good stick skills. Work on that. She overplays it. He drives, so she thinks she's gonna get beat. So she's holding a left stick and she slides all the way down. If you just tap the left stick, you'll allow yourself to be more in position with them. If you just like tap, let go, tap, let go. Here's a good example again of pick and roll defense. You're doing a good job. L2 again, too much animation. This is where you need to commit, Sonic. This is where you gotta recognize that screen's set on them. There's no way you could get out of it. That's where you gotta commit. So in this play is a good example to see how we give up an offensive board. This is a good job. You guys are talking. Sonic, here you want to make sure you are in line with the defender. So when he cuts, you could bump him so he doesn't get there. You see what I mean? So here's a good example of what we don't need to reach. Like AB reaches right there. She could have been backdoored. And then you reach where the ball's nowhere in sight. Sonic needs to step up here and contest that. But I know in game time speed is probably hard. But these are the things we got to work on and be conscious of and get better at. It's going to take time, but it's possible. So again, here's another good example of guarding the pick and roll, pick and pop. He goes. You guys both follow him. You guys need to communicate who's got the pop, who's got the roll. We get dotted. We're lucky that they suck and they missed that. So here's another good example of communicating on the pick and rolls. Okay. Man's got him. You need to be talking to him. Hey, help. I'm here. I can't get through. If Sonic commits, Man, you pick up number 5. But you both again follow the ball for some reason. And a good team would have made that, but they suck. Like, this team was not good. Here's another good example of zone breakdown. We're playing zone. Man, you should have stayed where you're at. Okay, let AB drop. But both of you drop, allowing this guy to come right there, pulls a 3, drains it. So here's shot selection. Cha-Cha, you would have had this shot, right? Look. You passed up the easy shot for a more difficult shot. Here's a good example of spacing. This is the down cut for P and AB cut to the basket. So AB cuts. She gets it. Sonic, if you would stay where you're at, okay, even if your guy helps, she could kick it back out to you and we could create something from there. But you go down, she gets it, gets clogged up, we get nothing. Here's an example of me playing horrible defense, right? I L2 right stick too much. Good defense. Allow this guy to backdoor me. Sonic, good job coming over. So here's an example of what I mean. We should be moving laterally, free throw extended. Sonic, look here. You could move laterally, free throw extended, and you would have defended this well. But you start moving in circular motion, allowing yourself to get out of position, and you could never even help to drive, right? You see that? You just made it harder for yourself to play defense. You could have. So here's a good example of a couple things we do wrong on defense, all combined in one. We're L2, right sticking too much, getting ourselves out of position, allowing the point guard to do whatever he wants. Okay, but it's okay. You're back on him. That's good D right there. This is Sonic. This is where you need to be free throw line extended in the middle. So you can either commit, show, or drop. You don't do that, he gets an easy drive. This is AB. He's driving my side. I need to help here. You stay there because look, again, Madman and Sonic both follow the ball. And then we get dotted right there. Another good example of defensive breakdown. L2ing too much, getting ourselves out of position. If you just be smooth with the left stick, this could be available. And Sonic, I don't know. You never help, and then you jump from out of nowhere. Good help by AB. This time he drove your side. That's a good help. But when she helps, someone's got to drop to her corner. So another good example of when L2 and right sticks get us out of position. Just got to learn how to use it at the right time, honestly. Because right there, boom, look. He switches directions quick. We can't get to him. So look, right here again. This is good defense. But look, L2, that's good. And then we reach, right stick. And then boom, he changes direction. We go over there. That's good. You recover. Here, look, Sonic, use L2. If you didn't use L2, you could have picked this up. But you use L2, slow yourself down again, and we give up that. So here's a good example of timing. If you would have waited till she passed the shoulder of the defender, you could have thrown her an easy oop. But you passed the ball to her when she's literally in line with your defender, allowing it for an easy steal. Here's a good example of defense. This is a pinch for me. That's an easy steal for me. Madman's playing great defense. Sonic, he's with them. You don't need to help him unless he tells you. This is where communication comes. Because look, again, we give up the pop. You see? These are plays we could avoid. Here's a good example again of too much L2, too much right stick, too much movement. Here, Sonic, look, you need to be free throw extended in the middle. I don't know why you're standing right behind your defender. You're making it hard for yourself to catch up to that guy. And again, both of you follow ball. You saw that? Now, guys, like, this video, I didn't make it to call anybody out. I made it so we could see our mistakes, and we could be conscious about them, and we could start making an effort to fix them. We could talk about this all together, discuss ideas, see how we could get better. But yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.